Hello, welcome back. It's episode 11. I'm here with my colleague and co-host, as always, Mr. Mims. How are you doing today, Mims?
What's up? What's up?
All right. And today we are dropping it a day late as the time change has everybody fucked up, everybody and their mama. And that's okay because we're real people. You guys are real people. And schedules are lame. So if we drop a day late because we're tired one day, we want to give you guys a better podcast. Drop it a day later.
You guys don't want us to have no energy out here giving you guys want 110% of us, not
Exactly.
60%.
And I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little under the weather, but I'm still kicking it. I feel up to a good discussion with my friend Mims here. So here I am. I've brought myself in a yeah. So let's get started. Odell Beckham is pondering between two teams, reports are saying. And those two teams are my team and old Mims over here's team.
The Saints.
Yeah, it's not very ideal. It's not very ideal for the chemistry of the podcast, but I think the show will go on.
He fits for both teams, so either way, I can understand either side. But obviously, I have my my loyalties and my bias in the matter. But that's not the point.
Yeah,
Point is, we almost beat Alabama last weekend. Did you see that, Grant? We really almost did it.
Yeah.
In reality, if you watched it, we were the better fucking team. To be 100% honest.
Unlike your team almost beating a team better than yours, my team did beat a team better than us. And the South Carolina Gamecocks took down Florida out of nowhere for no reason. We don't have anything to gain for it, but our pleasure and their demise. But here we are. Shane Beamer getting a first big victory as a head coach at our head coach, any head coach. It's what a time to be alive. How do you feel about the 76ers in their state?
Well, Joel having COVID is sick, obviously. Not really, clearly. But we are not playing our best, with tonight, we just didn't play our best ball. We were undermanned. Andre Drummond had 14 points and 25 14 points and 25 boards. That's awesome, but we're not going to win games till Joel is back. That's the heart and soul of this team. Daryl Morey needs to stop being a goddamn fool and asking for a king's ransom for Ben Simmons. Let me be 100% honest. There is a world where a trade for Ben Simmons that involves Jaylen Brown going to the Sixers happens. And that is true. You're telling me it's not impossible. It's not impossible.
Yes, it is. Yes,
no, it's not. We couldn't get Tatum. We could definitely get Brown. Y'all need a facilitator so bad.
No, you're not getting Jaylen Brown.
You can keep saying that, but you and I both know realistically that's a possibility.
I really don't believe that's a possibility. After what I read today, there's nothing like.
Yeah, because we were asking for Smart Williams a first for fucking Ben Simmons and Danny Green. No shit.
What makes you believe that your general manager is going to magically come to reason and even asking for Brown?
I didn't say it was this world. I said there is a world.
Well, it's not in our galaxy.
It's possible, but it probably won't happen. But like I said, I need him to get his head out of his ass and start being reasonable with teams with that.
Yeah,
it's starting to get old. It was funny in the summer when I was just fuck it, just to kind of get teams interested. But now he's just being a jackass.
Because the season's here. We're 12 games in now, around that mark, and I don't know. There's only 82 in the season. Like you got it. If he's not playing, so like
that's what I'm saying. Anything back now at this point is something because there's no production because he's literally, like you said, he's not playing basketball.
Yeah. And like he wants out, he's being a baby about it. Like it just needs to happen. And like I don't know what in his right mind thinks that he even has the balls to call and like talk to these teams like this, like asking for De'Aaron Fox, Buddy Hield, 2 firsts, like just ridiculous packages for a guy who, I mean, has a lot to prove. I mean, say what you will about him playing defense, but like in today's game, that'll only get you so far. And like,
he's a good player, not a great player, but
he's not worth what they're trying to get for him, and you know that, and I know you know that
exactly. Let me put it this way: hypothetically, if Daryl Morey approaches, and I'm just saying Jaylen Brown because that's just the topic of the day, and that's what he was saying. And obviously, Sixers fans would be besides themselves. No matter what they say right now, we would love Jaylen Brown because I know Sixers fans are hard-headed. And he's a Celtics player. And they won't.
Keep dreaming.
But like I said, if we would have been realistic and be like, hey, we'll give you Ben Simmons and Matisse. Matisse would definitely help y'all because y'all get defense back. Y'all get Ben Simmons to facilitate. Y'all just lock up on defense and commit to Jason Tatum being your scorer, which is fine. Y'all be really fucking deep on defense, like really good on defense. And we would get a perimeter scorer back just for Jaylen Brown straight up. I think that would at least keep the Celtics on the phone. Like something would get worked out possibly. I don't know. That's neither here nor there. It's all speculation, but it's just very interesting. But we've been playing good ball. We're 8-3. We've got the second highest win percentage in the NBA right now. So I'm not stressing. It just sucks knowing that Joel is probably going to be out for the next 6 games. And then the team goes as Joel goes. That goes without saying. The Saints choked. Well, I won't say the Saints choked.
You lost to the Falcons.
Yeah, but I won't say choked. We sucked. We didn't play.
I mean,
good.
At the end of the day, it doesn't matter how you lost.
It's our backup quarterback. You know what I'm saying?
Falcons.
Our third string, really. So,
that is fair.
God, I hope
that is fair. That's fair. But yeah, I mean, still.
The fact we came back and then they went down and got that field goal kind of sucks.
Y'all came back from such a big, you guys kind of ruined what we had going here. Thanks a lot.
They ruined it.
No, the Saints ruined it. The Aints.
Is Carmelo Anthony just the best player on the Lakers? I swear, I've been looking all year. He's just been hooping. Every single time.
Alex Caruso's not on the Lakers, so I guess so.
Exactly.
This is a fair question to ask. Maybe Avery Bradley.
I don't think he's on the Lakers anymore.
No, he is. He's getting minutes for the Lakers, bro.
Is he really?
Yeah.
Malik Monk hit a half-court shot early. Sorry, I'm just looking at the highlights from the game.
Yeah.
Being as to been, they were playing the Hornets, so just since I've been to so many fucking Hornets games, kind of have a little bit of it's still going on right now. It's a 9-point game. Carmelo Anthony has 26 points. So does AD.
All right, let's talk about some football.
Got you. Sorry, that was a sidetrack. Yeah, my bad.
All right. Let's talk about. Well, let me get my Patriots. Let me talk my shit. Let me talk my shit. Sam Darnold fucking sucks. I've tried to tell you, stupid Panther fans, at the beginning of the season, before the season even fucking started. All of you people were screaming, "Oh, the Panthers are back. We got Sam Darnold. That's an upgrade from Teddy Bridgewater." Disrespectful as hell.
Yeah, Teddy B's a legend.
You Carolina Panther fans have gotten under my skin. First of all, you slandered Teddy Bridgewater. Look at him now. 5-4 in Denver. Making you fools. Excuse me. Teddy Bridgewater on this Carolina team this year is probably 5-4. I'm just gonna say it.
At least like 500. Well, I don't know. Was it week 10? Maybe it's not.
He
Either
beats
way,
the
you get my point.
Giants. He
Yeah.
keeps them in the game with the Giants. He doesn't lose to the Eagles. Like I'm just saying. Like all that Teddy Bridgewater slander had me hot, and then the audacity of these people to act like Sam fucking Darnold is the answer to all their problems. Like, were we not watching the same Sam Darnold in New York? And their excuse to Sam Darnold playing shitty in New York was he's in New York. Are you got to give me something better than that? Like the location, like just because he's on a specific franchise means that we're watching. What's his name? Mike White.
Mike White is out there balling, setting NFL records in New York.
Yeah, like what the fuck are you talking about? Like, it's not like, and if you were gonna make that argument, you'd say the same thing about any Jaguars quarterback, any Bengals quarterback that's ever played. Yeah,
the Browns, say what you will about Baker.
Literally, like that's the mindset these fucking imbeciles had, and look at him fucking playing football out there like a fool. 3 touchdowns. 3 touchdowns. Fucking comical. 3 interceptions. Excuse me. 0 touchdowns and 172 yards. I mean, the dude is terrible. He had us tricked. He had us tricked for a little bit there. He was flourishing in his new system, but like he's getting figured. Like he's just not. He's not it, bro. And I mean, Panther fans are admitting it now, and I just wanted to talk my shit. We embarrassed you fuckers. You guys suck. We didn't even play a good game on offense at all. We looked pretty bad. Like it was not a fun game for me to watch, but defensively, I mean, you couldn't make it easier for us. Like, thank you. I really needed that. It was a breath of fresh air. Put us over 500. People are talking about we might win the AFC East, and now my claims at the beginning of the season don't look as crazy. So thanks, Panther fans, for being so fucking terrible.
Appreciate that.
Now that I got that off my chest, I hate Panther fans. Like they're the worst. They don't know football. All right.
Yeah, they can. There's something else, but we just live in Carolina. That's the difference. They're reasonable Panthers fans.
No, on Twitter, they're terrible. I see them all over the place.
This is true.
To be fair, I mean, my timeline is a good bit of NFL, NBA Twitter, so more than the average Joe. So maybe it's just the Panther fans I see on the interwebs.
Yeah, that definitely.
It's not even anybody I know. Like I mean, all the Panther fans I know are like they're not even really diehard fans. They're pretty like casual fans.
There's a couple, but not really many. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, but yeah. All right. Well, we had a crazy fucking NFL week though. A lot of unexpected wins. The biggest one being the Jaguars, one of the worst teams in the NFL, beating the literal Vegas odds Super Bowl favorite Buffalo Bills 9-6. What a game.
Without Trevor Lawrence, mind you.
Well, I mean,
he went out in like the second quarter.
26 attempts. He got his time.
No, he had 15 attempts is what I saw. Did he come
I'm looking
back?
at it right now. Yeah, 26.
He must have came back. I was about to say, I saw he went out and he was like 11 for 15 to start. Okay. That makes sense.
Nonetheless, not a single touchdown was scored, so that doesn't fucking matter.
The
Bills,
LSU Bama 2011, 9-6 football.
Yeah, 6-9. Nice. I think Josh Allen. I mean, I tried to tell everybody this too. Lamar Jackson is better than Josh Allen.
Yeah, I mean, I thought
Josh Allen has been getting far too much praise for playing on a good football team. I think that's being shown now that he's not as good as like we all, or not we, because I didn't think so, but you all thought he might be. To be fair, he did look pretty good. I mean, the guy's got a rocket arm. Throw the ball 100 yards, but like, I mean, that doesn't make him a great decision maker.
But I say so could Jamarcus Russell. He could throw the ball
Yeah,
70 yards.
exactly.
And we saw how well that fucking turned out.
Yeah, I mean,
God bless Jamarcus Russell.
47 attempts against the Jaguars, you can't throw 2 interceptions and you have to throw a touchdown. And Josh Allen couldn't manage to do either one of those things. So interesting. Maybe the Bills aren't. I mean, see, this is why I like the NFL better than college, Mims. There's no clear-cut favorite to win the Super Bowl this year. You were sitting over here trying to tell me the Bucks. Like, I don't know, or the Rams. I don't know that to be true at all, Mims.
I don't think they're in a tier there as far as how they look on the field compared to everybody else. Even though they got the doors blown off by the Titans, but that's just like odd coincidence. The Bucks to me, like they look like far and away the 2 best teams. Cowboys got their doors blown off by Denver.
Nobody has looked consistent enough for me to say.
Hold on. Okay, word. Sorry, I didn't know if my mic was working or not.
Like, I don't know how you could say the Bucks are the favorites when they go and lose to a depleted Saints team, and their only other losses against the Rams, to be fair, on the road. But I mean,
last year though we beat the Bucks twice handedly in the regular season, and they went on to win the Super Bowl pretty convincingly. So it's not to say. I mean, I don't know if Sean Payton just has them figured out regularly. I mean, God damn it, I still believe we would have beat him in the regular or the postseason if Jared Cook didn't fumble. But we're not going to talk about that.
Go Cox.
Yeah, appreciate that, bro. Appreciate that.
Doing the people's work.
I find it very funny that he was not on the team the following season.
Yeah, he's an old guy. But I don't even know how we got here from Bills Jaguars.
We're talking about Super Bowl favorites.
No, yeah.
Because the Bills were the Super Bowl favorites.
Yeah, the Rams lost too. I think that was. I mean, we briefly.
Let me look at who the Super Bowl odds have right now.
Yeah, but Matt Stafford, underwhelming game from you, buddy. Didn't like to see that. My dark horse MVP pick right there. The Dolphins beat the Texans.
Days ago. It's tragic.
Another surprising game that I don't think anybody really saw coming. The Bengals getting their doors blown off by the Browns at home. With all this tension going on in the Browns locker room and whatnot, they decided I don't know.
They decided to just blow the doors off the Bengals. It's pretty fucking awesome. Nah, it was not great. Browns fans also need to calm down and stop tripping on Odell. Like, Odell isn't better. Like, isn't the best receiver on your team. I don't know what his deal is with or was the best receiver on your team. Besides the last 2 seasons in the year he got hurt, he had 1,000 yards every year. So maybe it's Baker Mayfield. Maybe it's not him. I don't know. But that's not my point. I'm kind of just sour about that because I'm an LSU homer.
I mean, but to be fair, I mean, like, I don't understand how, like, I've seen some Browns fans talk about Baker plays better with Odell off the field. I just don't know how that makes sense. I just don't understand.
Yeah.
Like, you can throw numbers in my face, but that doesn't make it make sense.
About to say, like, name a receiver on your team that's better than Odell Beckham. Like, you really can't. Like, I love Jarvis Landry. He's fucking not. What?
I just don't I just don't get how you can say that. He's a better quarterback when the best receiver on the team is not on the field. I'm like, then you should probably get a new quarterback, right?
Yeah.
Because, like, if you know this receiver has a solidified, like, talent-wise, like, he's proven himself, many moons ago. Like he has nothing to prove in Cleveland.
He has the potential to be a top 10 receiver again.
I just don't understand how. I mean, I get like backing your quarterback, but like I don't understand. Like to me, like from the outside looking in, not as a Browns fan, like, I just don't understand how you're just so quick to like fuck Odell. You know what I'm saying? That seems like the general consensus from all Browns fans, and they're like,
yeah.
I just don't. I that just doesn't make sense to me.
On a lesser scale, it's like the LeBron thing all over again. He left, and they were just like, "Fuck this guy."
Yeah, and then like, and I get Browns fans like having Baker's back because like they really were in the gutter, like they were terrible before he got there. But like,
let's not hype him up like he's a top.
Okay,
10
yeah, that's what
in the league.
What I want them to understand. These Browns fans to understand that on paper they should be like a Super Bowl contending team, right? With all the talent they have, like just looking at their roster on paper, but like I don't know if it's coaching. Baker certainly isn't helping the cause. That's all I know. Like Baker is not like taking them to the next level of like being kind of like in a limbo, like wild card teamish state that they are. That's how I see the Browns, at least.
They got an AFC championship last year, but we all kind of know that was more or less like a fluke.
I mean, last season was very weird.
Yeah, we can all agree on that.
Yeah, but like,
COVID year.
Like Cam Newton was my quarterback last season. That's just fucking ridiculous. What a time. Anyways, yeah, I just don't I don't get all this like this Baker Mayfield fandom.
Like, hold on. Let's do a quick little exercise here. I'm just looking at the top passing yards leader. I'm going to list names. You tell me if they're better than Baker Mayfield or not, because I don't think you think Baker Mayfield's a top 10 quarterback?
No, I don't think anybody does. I think he's
where do you think he is?
Like 18 to like 23, somewhere in there.
All right. Well, I'm going to list names and you tell me if you think they're better. Matthew Stafford.
Next question.
Okay. Tom Brady, duh. Derek Carr.
That's close. I'd say that's like about dead even.
Okay. Patrick Mahomes, duh. Joe Burrow.
I'd have to say Joe Burrow's better than Baker, but that's also a close one. I have to see more from Joe Burrow.
All right. Herbert. I say yes.
Yeah, I'd say yeah.
Kyler, yes.
Yes.
Josh Allen.
Yeah.
Lamar, yeah. Carson Wentz.
Yeah. No, I mean, let me look at his numbers. I don't want to sound ridiculous.
2,100 Carson Wentz has 2,100 passing yards.
Yeah, I mean,
he's averaging 7 yards an attempt. He's got 17 touchdowns to 3 interceptions.
Carson,
if I'm reading this correctly.
The answer is yes. Yeah, Carson Wentz is actually having a really good season.
Yeah, I was about to say the completions downfield aren't there compared to other quarterbacks, but he's being efficient as hell.
Yeah.
Teddy Bridgewater.
I mean, my biasness says yes, but realistically, probably not.
I'd say they're closer than Browns fans would like to admit. Matt Ryan.
I mean, Matt Ryan right now?
I mean, this is what I'm saying, yeah. Matt Ryan right now has 15 touchdowns and 6 interceptions.
The Falcons are 4-4, and I don't think it's any fault of Matt Ryan's that they're not any better than that. So I'm going to say yes. And consistently in the past years, like, I know they had a slow start this season, but since like
Matt Ryan's not the modern NFL quarterback, but they have never been bad due to his fault. Like, from like what I've seen, and I'm a Saints fan who loves to make fun of the Falcons.
All right, here's my thing. Would you rather have a quarterback throwing 15 touchdowns and 6 interceptions, or would you rather have a quarterback throwing 8 touchdowns and 3 interceptions? Like last week, Baker Mayfield had 6 touchdowns going into week 8 or 9. I think 9. Like that's
he missed one game with injury, so that's valid.
Okay.
But one game though, so like you might like in 8 games, he has 8 touchdowns and 3 picks.
I don't know. I don't know where I put Baker. I guess hearing all these names, like you didn't even say Dak. Like
I haven't said Dak, Tannehill, Kirk Cousins. I haven't said Aaron Rodgers yet.
Yeah. I don't know.
I'd say from the sounds of it, we kind of have about where you said in the 18 range, because I don't think you said a single name besides like Derek Carr, where it was like about there. And Joe Burrow.
I think Baker Mayfield and Derek Carr is pretty valid comparison as far as like what they do for their teams, at least. Not necessarily their style of play.
I think that's reasonable, but I just wanted the Baker Mayfield, I think, is just kind of put on a pedestal by Browns fans. Like he's really good, and he's all right. He's average.
Yeah, he's. I did want to touch on my boy Teddy Bridgewater triumphantly doing the people's work and busting the Cowboys' ass in Dallas. In Dallas, beat them 30-16. The game was never in question. They led the entire way. Teddy Bridgewater. I hope you Panther fans all send Teddy Bridgewater a heartfelt, warm, written apology letter to his damn doorstep for all the slander that you threw his way. Sam Darnold's better than Teddy Bridgewater. I'll never forget that. Makes me
madness.
sick.
Fucking ads, Jesus Christ. Yeah, no, it's madness. I can't believe people Panthers fans drive me up a wall with that. I remember when that trade happened, I was just like, why? And then they were like, he's better than Jameis. I was like, no.
Definitely not. You want to talk about a little college foosball, Mills?
I'm always down to talk a little college foosball. We had quite a few upsets this week. Few undefeateds went down. Michigan State loses to Purdue, which, it's kind of crazy because none of us were you shocked when you saw that?
Yeah, I was.
I really wasn't, because Purdue always is the team that beats that fucking top 5 Big Ten team, and they already did it earlier this year with Iowa, and now they play Ohio State next week, which is crazy because they could end up beating 3 top 5 teams in 1 year, which I don't think's ever been done, in the regular season. But it's just absolutely.
I'm not as big of a college football guy as you. I to me, as more of a casual college football fan, I'd say. I mean, just knowing that they beat Michigan in the big house, or no, it wasn't even the big house, but still they beat Michigan.
Is Michigan that good though?
To get it doesn't matter. They get thrown into the top 3. I just feel like as a football team, you lock in, especially this late in the season. You still got Ohio State and Penn State left on the schedule, but I don't know. I just didn't think Michigan State. I'm not surprised that Michigan State lost. I'm just surprised that they lost here. The week after they beat Michigan. That's just some. It
was the perfect letdown game because they still had Ohio State on the fucking schedule. It was the perfect letdown game for them. And Purdue is a good enough team to where you cannot sleep on them ever. But another undefeated that went down is number 9 Wake Forest, who in a fucking hell of a game, mind you. I don't know if any of you guys watched that. I probably did because it's easily the best game that was on at noon. Sam Howell leads a great comeback. This game went bananas last year. I remember that. And then we get this 110 plus point slobber knocker with I think it was was it 14 or 17 point comeback. Ty Chandler, the Tennessee transfer, 22 carries, 213 yards, and 4 touchdowns. Sam Hartman, shout out Charleston, 25 for 51, 398, 5 touchdowns, 2 interceptions for Wake Forest. Not his best game, but he definitely balled out when they needed him, even though they lost. Really just didn't have much else going on outside the passing game. But Sam Howell, 16 for 26, 216 yards, 1 touchdown. This is a crazy stat. Did you know Sam Howell leads the country in runs of 10 or more yards?
Huh.
Like, including running backs.
Which is
just,
I mean, knowing Kenneth Walker in the season he's having, that is not what I expected to hear.
I feel like all of his runs are scrambles, though, so it's probably just like rips off like 10 yards easily just because people are downfield. Who knows? But that was probably, I'd say, game of the week, my opinion. Like, from what I watched, maybe one of the games of the year. That game was insane. But obviously, I already touched on LSU, Alabama, but I'll talk about it a little more in depth right here. So I really didn't have any plans on watching it. I'm going to keep it 100 with y'all. I was not going to. It's a 28.5 point spread. I said, I'm fucking good. And then I go to my mom's house because I went to go see her because it was her birthday coming up. And she had the game on, and we were winning. And from that point, I was fucking invested. So this is going to sound weird. It was vintage LSU, and it's the first time I felt it in a while. Because 2019 was abnormal. I'll say that, obviously. And the last 2 years are very weird as well. So that was the most vintage LSU game I've had besides the Florida shoe game maybe in a while. And it was funny. But I hated that we lost. We honestly felt like we were the better team that game. And just got the short end of the stick, couldn't convert in the red zone. Hindsight, maybe should kick the field goals. But with how we were playing all night, it was just the aggressive. We've been playing aggressive all night. There's no sense in not doing that. But Coach O in his last hurrah gave Bama a scare, which was fun to watch. Another thing I wanted to talk about with college football, Dan Mullen's seat is red hot, thanks to the University of South Carolina.
Woo! Doing the people's work.
Yeah, I was about to say Grant was in the building for that, but
I was having
dragged
a hoot
shit.
and holler.
I was about to say you can tell the people about that game. What was going on there?
Dude, Jason Brown just against all fucking odds. I mean, dude, I was out there tailgating before the game. And I was talking to some of my buddies who know the foosballs. They know the foosballs. And I mean, they were telling me exactly what I expected to hear, and exactly what I was saying driving up to the game. Well, we're gonna fucking.
What did I
lose.
say before you left?
Let me finish. Jason Brown is not gonna beat Florida. Like, it's just not gonna happen. All right, and we had every reason to believe that, and here's why: Luke Doty fucking sucks, and he's supposed to be like the best quarterback on our roster. Okay. And I mean, honestly, that's kind of fair because like he highest recruit coming out of high school, hasn't really played a lot and gotten to prove. I mean, I've seen enough. Other people haven't, but I've seen enough. I want no part of Luke Doty on my football team. Next, we have Zeb Nolan, a grad assistant, literally first year of the program, and he's the guy who comes in for Doty. And when he goes out, like I just don't like. And then Jason Brown just out of nowhere, fucking starting versus Florida. Here we go. I'm like, okay. Obviously, my expectations were very low going into it, but I mean, he proved our entire fan base wrong. And like, hell yeah, I haven't been to many Carolina games recently. I did go to one, I think, last season, and like. The atmosphere hasn't been where South Carolina football used to be, if that makes any sense. Like,
not when Muschamp was there, not at all. It was dead.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it hasn't been there. Like, in comparison to what like Spurrier gave us and shit. Like,
well, Spurrier breathed life in that program. That was a dead program till he showed up.
Lou Holtz was the life breather, and
He made one bowl game. Let's not get it twisted here.
Yeah, but do you know what he inherited? Literally the worst college football team in the country. Literally, we're on like a 2-year winless span. No, Lou Holtz is the reason we had life, and then Steve Spurrier brought us above the top, and then now we're back down to where Lou Holtz left us off.
Lesser than that, but I mean, y'all are above 500, 5-4.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean,
I'd say lesser than that. I don't know.
I was saying whenever Beamer got there.
Yeah.
Because last year, let's be real, y'all were some shite.
No, I think this entire fan base is all in on Beamer, bro.
How could you not be? He wants to be there, which, no offense to South Carolina, that's for big, like most big coaches, like that's a stepping stone job. Like they're looking for like the Alabamas and the Ohio States and the Michigans and the Notre Dames. And that's just the reality of life.
South Carolina football is literally as appealing to coaches as like Kentucky, which is sad.
Well, it's just they don't have the heritage, like not heritage, it's the wrong way to say it, like the history and the brand, I guess is the best way to say it. Like Alabama is a brand of like for football. So is Ohio State. So is
that's the part that these coaches don't understand, as if like you were truly a great coach and were capable of like making a team like South Carolina, a national championship program, that the fans here would appreciate it probably more than anywhere else in the country, damn near.
I don't know, man. We were pretty lit when we went 15-0.
Yeah, but y'all have seen it before. I'm saying like we've never seen it before. So like we'd be over the moon.
Y'all wouldn't know how to act. I don't think y'all would know what to do.
Absolutely not. I wouldn't know. I don't know about any of these other people. I wouldn't. Wouldn't have a clue.
Yeah, it'd be crazy. But Beamer, definitely just the fact he wants to be there is just I won't say a rarity, but it's a big plus, like a huge plus. The fact he wants to build something there instead of just build his own resume. So it'll be interesting to look forward to. Probably the first sign, like ray of hope for South Carolina football in at least the last 2 seasons, if not longer.
I'm
about to say Muschamp got y'all that bowl game.
Well, I guess the ray of hope started when he got
beat
fired.
Michigan.
What?
No offense, you hired some random guy who never called plays or done anything in Oklahoma to come here. So
cap. His last name's Beamer.
That means nothing.
No, clearly not. I mean, he was in conversation, like you could say that, but like he was literally in conversation to get other jobs, other places too.
Oh no, I'm shitting on him hard. I'm obviously joking here. He's not like unqualified, like I'm saying, but he's definitely was a risky hire, and it seems like he might work out based off this first year.
Based on the money we had, it was the best option for sure.
Yeah. What else is there to talk about? Who else lost? Did anyone? Auburn lost to A&M. I didn't see that coming, honestly. That pretty much locks in.
is back.
Yeah, Georgia kicked the shit out of everyone, or who's in Missouri this week. Also, like, who the fuck is the Heisman? Like, who's going to win the Heisman? Do you know? I don't know.
I think Kenneth Walker.
Maybe.
That's who I would guess.
I think that's valid, but like,
I mean, even with their loss, he still had a good game. 136 yards and a touchdown.
It's probably the most deserving, but I don't know if he will.
Kenny Pickett's the most deserving, if we're being honest, but
they
still got the resume.
Yeah, they haven't had the big wins. I have a written down top 6 because the playoff hasn't come out yet, but this is what I think should be the top 6. And this is based off not what the fucking playoff rankings had before this week. This is just based off what I've seen. And this is really just because I wanted to. No one really knows. There's Georgia. And then at number 2, I put who the fuck knows. But then I realized I had to make an actual like rankings for this. So Georgia 1. I have Ohio State 2, even though they had a struggle win against Nebraska. Which crazy stat of the day? Did you know Nebraska is 1-5 in Big Ten play, but has outscored their Big Ten opponents 196 to 170?
Yeah, no, Nebraska's had a bunch of bad beats this season. It's been tough.
I feel bad for Scott Frost because he's on the hot seat, but you got to look at it and be like, dude, like, what the fuck do you want me to do? Like, it's crazy. But Ohio State there I know they lost to Oregon, who we'll get to later, spoiler, but based off what I've seen there, the only legitimate threat to me in a game against Georgia. So there's that. At 3, I have Alabama. They're just undefeated, even though they struggled against us. There's no reason to take them out of the top 4.
They won't be undefeated for long.
Until they play Georgia. 4, I have Cincinnati because people talk about, they don't have a real impressive win. They've been struggling. Well, Notre Dame was ranked, I think, like 8th or 7th in last week's, I think it was 8th in last week's college football playoff rankings. So there's your impressive win right there. Alabama doesn't have a top 10 win. Oklahoma doesn't have a top 10 win. Georgia beat Clemson, obviously, when they were top 10, but currently in the top 10, Georgia doesn't have a top 10 win. So what fucking gives? So that's why I have Cincinnati 4. 5, I have Oklahoma just due to struggling. They're not in the top 4, but they're undefeated. It's hard to keep them out, being honest. And with the losses and Michigan State losing makes Michigan look worse. So in my opinion, Oklahoma should jump them. And then 6, I have Oregon because they struggle with Washington, who is just not good. There's not a good football team. So, yeah. Any thoughts on that?
I tend to agree with most of that list.
What's your only gripe?
I'd probably flip-flop Ohio State and Alabama. But other than that, I think you pretty much hit it on the head there. I just think that when you look at who Ohio State struggled against versus who Alabama struggled against.
Alabama struggled against a team that doesn't have a coach.
But they won.
So did Ohio State.
Wait, who are you referring to?
LSU.
Oh, y'all have a coach. Your team is all in on, like, sending Coach O out on a hoorah, man. Did you not see the video of Coach O running out for that Alabama game? He ran out of his way to go and run through the Alabama cheerleaders.
Yeah, because he's a madman.
Yeah, he's a madman, and his players love him. You can't tell me they don't have a coach. That's just a lie.
What I'm saying is that, like, he's literally, like, basic, like, a dead man walking, as fucked up as it sounds, but, like, he doesn't have a job. Like, he's not going to be there next. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, literally. He, more than anyone else in this entire planet, wanted to be Alabama. You know
I don't
that.
know, man.
I do.
I did really bad.
I know Coach O wanted his last fucking game against Alabama to be a W. I know he's more than anyone else on this planet wanted to win that game.
Do you know how much that would have pissed Nick Saban off?
Exactly. And that's all, like, that would make his career. Like, he would, that would have been a perfect ending.
In Tuscaloosa, too, just going back there and be like, no, I'll still beat you.
If he wins that game, I wouldn't blame him for, like, if he never coached another game again. Like, nope, that's how I want to end it. Would you be mad?
No, I think it'd be perfect.
You'd be like, I love that guy. Like, God damn it. Like,
my hero.
Nah, like, say what you will about Coach O. Like, when this is all said and done, like, you're going to look back and you're going to be like, God, I miss Coach O. Why couldn't he have been good?
Yeah, facts. No, the personality-wise, when he wasn't out here just being a wild boy, would have been great. But losing football games is not going to do you any favors, especially when you lose a lot of them. A lot of them. You're below 500 and all that. So, yeah. But what other? In other news, Nikola Jokic was wilding the fuck out tonight.
Yeah. He caught a little body.
Yeah, Nikola Jokic ran up and basically did like, when John Cena like charges up and runs off the ropes and like shoulder dives you. He did that with his 7-foot frame and like full run into the back of Markieff Morris. And it's not funny because Markieff Morris is pretty fucked up, but he hit the shit out of Markieff Morris to the point where his head like whipped so hard it was like out of a cartoon. But
No, it was a sight to see. I'm sure most of you have seen it by now, but yeah, no, I mean, and there must have been some foul play. I mean, I only saw the clip of the initial what caused it. It was a little clip. What I'm getting at here is this must have been like building on throughout the game because like he was fucking pissed, dude. Like,
well, I know the Nuggets and the Morris twins themselves have prior beef just with the Clippers and whatnot and the Suns and being all that. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I know they're and the Lakers, obviously, for that matter. So I know they're not super
it just
cool.
looked like he was. I don't know. It looked like that was some pent up aggression he was letting out, and probably a little bit more to it than what we saw from the video.
Oh, yeah. But that was wild. Steph dropped 50 points, 10 assists, beat the Hawks. So Steph doing Steph things. Trying to think. Sorry, it's just late, y'all, so I'm kind of just breezing through some things real quick. What else is there to talk about as far as basketball or sports, really? Did I miss anything to do with college football? I feel like I'm missing something big.
No, you're good. You're good. I just wanted to say that my Peterman player of the week is Henry Ruggs. And that's all I'm gonna say.
Boo.
Yeah. Boo
Mine's
Henry
Dan
Ruggs.
Mullen because he's about to get fucking fired.
Fuck
Bozo.
Dan Mullen. Bozo. Rest in piss. College basketball is upon us. Next pod we'll have seen some actually.
It starts tomorrow, but
Yeah. Yeah, so that's something to look forward to. Love me some college hoops. And honestly, with all these sports going on now, I think it's almost time for parlay season to get back in. So be on the lookout for some more exclusive parlays to drop in the near future here.
yeah, we took some weeks off,
sure.
but we're back in action.
Certainly. Other than that, we'll get into the weekend ahead on the next episode. So I guess we'll leave these good people with a nice EP and send them on their way. What do you say, Mims?
Let's do it. You got yours picked out already?
I was just gonna kind of fucking wing it.
Valid.
I think that's the beauty of these EPs. You just kind of song just speaks to you. I'm looking down my playlist as we speak, and one of them will speak to me certainly.
I got one for sure. Demon High by Lil Uzi. It's a new one. That shit's a banger. It's my number one pick. It came out. I don't know if it was the night before Halloween or Halloween night, but that shit is just a solid, great song. Makes you move, wiggle your toes, do the whatnot. It's hard not to. It's a great song.
I love me a good song like that, man. Song that would get you pointing that index finger back and forth. You know what I'm saying?
I say doing the disco boogie.
Oh yeah.
Little toe tapping.
I love me some songs like that.
And another one I got is "Count on Me" by Brockhampton.
God, I love Brockhampton.
Yeah, I was a little late to the Brockhampton wave. No one fucking told me about them because I'm.
Well, you must not follow me on Twitter, man.
Well, I did, but like, obvious not until like this newest album. And I was like, why is everybody acting hype about these motherfuckers? You're like, you don't know who Brockhampton is? I was like, well, now I feel like dumb.
Oh,
Fuck
yeah.
y'all.
Brockhampton's magnificent music. Make you feel like you're elevating. I mean, now that you got me thinking about the toe tapping, index finger pointing music. I think I'm gonna give these people a Bruno Mars song, Finesse. It's a great song. I think all Bruno's Mars music kind of qualifies into that index waving, toe tapping category of music, if you will. I love me some Bruno Mars. You can hate me if you want. You can call me whatever name you will. I don't care. Bruno Mars makes fantastic music. Then my second song. I think I'm gonna go the one by Key Glock. Key Glock just came out with Yellow Tape 2. And I love Key Glock. The tape was a little bit underwhelming to me. I did give the whole thing a spin.
I got a couple saves from it, but it was, like you said, underwhelming.
A little bit underwhelming just compared to what I'm used to from Glocks. I do love me some Key Glock, but the one really spoke to me. And I remember first spin in the car, I was like, oh. So yeah, I think those are two very different songs. Couldn't be more different, but that's just what comes with my music.
Yeah, I think the only two I saved were Check This Out and Ambition for, was it Cash for Ambition?
I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 songs saved off that tape. But like I said, I am a bit of a Key Glock fan, I would say.
Yeah, I had that. Say Ambition for Cash. That's what it was.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it was all right.
Gotta show my guy Glock some love.
Absolutely.
But other than that, I think that kind of wraps it up for us.
I just wanted to bring to everyone's attention, because I meant to bring it up last pod. There's a real life John Wick in South Africa that no one's fucking talking about. He's been wiping out gang members in the Tshwane, whatever. Some village in fucking South Africa, town, sorry. But it's madness, and I just found it scrolling through the interwebs, and I just thought I should share that, because that is just fucking insane. Do you not agree that? Am I just crazy for thinking that's madness?
No, that's pretty crazy. And I would also like to bring to the attention of the people that during the Saints-Falcons game last Sunday, Saints lost. My boy, Younghoe Koo, made NFL history memes. Do you know what he did?
What did he do?
He kicked 3 successful onside kicks in one game against the Saints on Sunday.
I didn't even realize that when the game was going on, but that makes me sick. I know he got a couple. I remember seeing that, but I did not realize he got fucking 3.
I believe, yeah.
No, you're right. I remember seeing that now that you mention it, but yeah, no. That's disgusting. That is absolutely disgusting. That is a great way.
Oh, no. I'm wrong. When I read this, it was last year. It was last year's Saints game.
I was about to say, I didn't.
It wasn't this week. Okay. They were just posting in homage of the great performance he had last season. I see. Okay. Well, that's still nonetheless fucking crazy that even happened at all this season or last. But shouts out Younghoe Koo.
No. How about not?
You're the only Younghoe Koo hater I've ever met, but that's fine. You carry on.
Young Ho not cool whenever he's playing the Saints.
I beg to differ, but agree to disagree, I guess.
All right. Anything else?
Yeah. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter at the exclusive pod YT. Not the, it's at, the at symbol, EXCLUSIVE pod YT. And then YouTube, exclusive podcast. And yeah. But once you're on our Instagram or Twitter, you can basically find everything else you need in the link in the bio. But yeah. Other than that, I hope you enjoyed the pod if you made it this far. We'll be back this week with another one. And we'll be hopefully I think we might just have to give the people an exclusive parlay.
Yeah, I think it's gonna have to happen. We might, sprinkle a little bit of everything in there with basketball going on.
Yeah, so we're be on the
Football,
lookout for
college
that,
basketball as well. Yeah. We might post some pics on the old Twitter machine. Who knows? You guys, fucking follow us and give us, some people to tweet to. We will oblige.
We would appreciate that. But yeah, I think that's it for me. I will say farewell now, and I'll let Mims get the last goodbye of this year episode 11.
Yeah, Kamara Usman beat Colby Covington, so fuck him. That was awesome. And yeah, y'all have a great week. Deuces.